Hey guys, we're back for an episode of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Blue Rescue Team. Last episode we started going through the Silver Trench. We actually made a third of the way through the dungeon, and to be honest, it's crazy how big this dungeon is. Like, it really is, and we're actually getting hungry already, which is not good. But yeah, this dungeon is absolutely huge, which, don't get me wrong, it is nice actually being a big dungeon, but it's also very unforgiving if you're not playing on an emulator like I am. Like, I couldn't imagine doing this dungeon on a vanilla cartridge. Is that what you call it? A vanilla cartridge? I think so. Because it is so unforgiving. Like, literally, you could easily die here and just screwed. You really can. If you're wondering why I'm using Struggle a bit more in this episode than I did in the last episode, mainly because I don't want to use any max elixirs, because I want to save those for the latter part of the dungeon, or even upcoming dungeons, because there's going to be some big dungeons coming up eventually, and I'd rather play it safe. Simple as. That's all I really want to do. I hope you guys understand that. I will be saving on every 10th floor as well. I mentioned this in the last episode. I'm doing that just so it kind of spreads out the game a bit more. I don't want to run out of PP. By the way, we actually encountered another monster house, one of these massive dungeons, which is crazy. My ad, good old Articuno wrecks people in these types of dungeons. He really does, which is a good thing. I'm going to slowly head towards the dungeon, if you are wondering. I'm hoping good old Typhlosion does not die here, because he's taking a massive beating. For some reason, he keeps trying to use bloody the move which is out of PP, which sucks. Okay. I want Articuno to do a bit of damage here. I am watching Tapers. I will eject him if needed. I just want Articuno to just do his thing. I really do. Okay, Articuno, do your thing. Ice Beam, go on. Ice Beam, come on. Oh, no, it's fine. That's fine too. Okay, I've got a lot of faith in good old Tapers here. And like I said, I will ditch him if needed. He seems to be doing some mad plays here. Like, okay, Ball Beam. Okay, there's like a massive train of people behind us as well. Okay. I feel like we're going to have to eject Tapers here. I'm sorry, Tapers. You were great, but I don't want him to die. So, farewell. Yep, send back. I know we just used an item on him, but like I said, I don't want to risk him dying. I'm fine with me dying, but him, not so much. By the way, there's like a train of Pokemon right behind us here, actually doing damage to each other. Crazy, by the way. Powered Snow is going to probably just wreck everyone here. Except the slow bro over there. Either way, you get to see the power of good old Articuno there, making plays. So it looks like it only attacks people in this one area then. It doesn't kill everyone on the map. Which I'm a bit disappointed with. I thought it was going to be more powerful. But, you know, either way, we did just get 1200 experience. And we are one Pokemon down. I mentioned in the last episode I'd rather keep my team as collected as we could. But I didn't want to risk actually losing a... I didn't want to risk losing my Revival Seed. Because I'd rather use it on myself or Articuno than Tapers. It's not valuable to use on Tapers, simple as, you know. I mentioned this a lot, like, Tapers I do think is a fantastic Pokemon, but it's not a smart business move to actually use it on Tapers. It's really not. And, yeah, also, now that me and Articuno, we can't actually just take to the water. We can actually look around the water-based areas and be a bit more risky with his movements, you know. So, I'm happy with that. By the way, Powdered Snow is literally so powerful in this area. It's ridiculous. So, I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad we actually got it. Especially in the big monster houses, you know. Like, it just helps out so much. That's something I really love about this dungeon, by the way. The size of the monster houses are so cool. You know what I mean? You don't really get to see monster houses of that size, by the way, we're actually doing to eat here. We do actually have quite a few apples, so this is why we brought so many. I think we've got enough to actually get us through the dungeon, I hope. I feel like we are getting lucky on the placement of stairs. I say that now, probably in the latter part of the dungeon, it's probably going to change massively. But what I'm doing right now is I'm just letting my team actually handle the Pokemon here. As you can see, the actual enemy Pokemon in the dungeon are actually doing a lot more damage than what they would normally, which is good and bad. Come on, Articuno, stop messing around. Which is good and bad. I'm a bit nervous about dying in this dungeon, but I feel like anyone is. Got a bit of money there, because you can never have too much money in this game. You really can't. So it looks like the enemy Pokemon are doing a bit more damage than what happened in the first few floors. So I'm guessing the further we go in deep into this dungeon, the harder it's going to get. Oh, there's a trap right there. By the way, Powered Snow, get wrecked. Get absolutely wrecked. Let's just leave. Okay, so we're doing pretty well. To be honest, we've already done quite a few stairs on this dungeon. As you can see, we're literally at the halfway marker, which is good. There's nothing really to be aware of in this dungeon other than just be aware of the Pokemon you're going to encounter, because there's a lot of rare Pokemon you're going to see, like Armaldo and stuff. They're fossilized Pokemon, which in the traditional games you can only get through fossilization, which is crazy. It really is. Like, being able to encounter Pokemon this rare in a dungeon, it's pretty cool. Anyways, we are at the 10th floor, so we will be saving up. So we've now saved up. Let's continue on. Boom, bam. Okay. One thing I like about not actually having tapers with me, by the way, I don't have to worry about taking stupid movements. Like, I'm more willing just to do more quicker movements, if that makes sense, where I can actually go over water or whatever, just because of the fact. Ooh, gravel rock. I'm not gonna lie, I love the idea of gravel rocks. They're so cool. They only do 20 damage, but still, that's not bad. By the way, Whelmers are very tanky Pokemon. You'll see that here. But good old Taper, no Tapers, Articuno just literally going for a snipe with the gravel stone. Oh my god, I honestly love Articuno. He is such a strong Pokemon, like, and a lot of people don't really give him that much credit, but he is really good Pokemon. And if you want to play this game, I definitely think you have to befriend them. By the way, to actually unlock this dungeon, I forgot to mention this in the last episode, you need to have befriended all 3 legendary Pokemon. Well, Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres, and you won't be able to get to this dungeon otherwise. So yeah, you need to make sure you actually do that, because if not, this dungeon will just not appear. And yeah, it's literally like the film Pokemon 2000, where all 3 legendaries need to be together to summon the legendary beast that is Lugia. By the way, that's a great movie. I actually got it for my 10th birthday. No, it wasn't my 10th birthday, it was my 7th birthday. Oh my god, I feel old. I actually got that movie for my 7th birthday. It was actually on VHS, if you're wondering. Now I feel old saying that. I hate saying the word VHS, you know. It just makes me think, oh my god, I am actually that old. By the way, the halfway mark of the dungeon already. Thank you very much. Don't mind if I do. So if you don't know this in the game, I don't think I mentioned this yet, each floor actually has certain characteristics, and that's how it's been coded. But for example, one floor might definitely have, I don't know, it might definitely have a store, for example, whilst other ones might not. I kind of like that. It's kind of like each level, each stage, each area. By the way, non-sticky trap, get lost. I hate the sticky traps. Each world, each floor, each dungeon's catered towards different characteristics. So, for example, in the earlier dungeons, you can't actually get monster houses until a certain point, and well, until a certain dungeon. And then anything after that, like, there's a chance of spawning in certain floors. It's not on every single floors, but it's on certain floors you can encounter dungeon, like traps and stuff, and monster houses. And that's only on certain floors and certain dungeons in the game, which I do like. By the way, I think we're getting fantastic placement here on the actual exits. I think we're getting so lucky, which is fantastic. I mentioned in the last episode, my new strategy for actually eating apples is going to be every other 10 floors. So, for example, it's going to be floor 20, 40, 60, 80, and then hitting the big 100 at the end. By the way, Attract, I cannot stand it. Attract is literally the worst move in the game. I just can't attack. Okay, I'm literally going to kill this Love Disc. By the way, a lot of people thought a Gen 5 Pokemon, I can't remember what it was called, was actually going to be the evolution of Love Disc. Sadly, it wasn't. You know, I can't remember the name, but I love Love Disc, you know. I think that's such a good Pokemon. And I've never actually caught one in an actual Pokemon game. Random fact there, a Poketuber has never actually caught a Love Disc. I've actually never actually filled a Pokedex, ever. I've got a few rare Pokemon in my days, don't get me wrong. Ooh, a Monster House, another one. Okay, so this is where I'm actually going to use my first Max Elixir on Daco here. It's mainly just because I need to. I'm also going to use a Apple. Again, just to actually give me some good old HP up. By the way, if we're doing what I'm going to do here, I'm trying to get all the Pokemon trying to come at different angles. By the way, a Slowking right above us. Fantastic. By the way, Powered Snow, fantastic move in this area. It's going to take down a lot of the Pokemon around us, which is fantastic. It only attacks a certain amount of Pokemon in the local area, though. By the way, Daco just grew to level 43. Boom, bam. I'm guessing I didn't learn anything because I never do. But either way, it's nice to actually have that free level up. Okay, Articuno, I believe in you. Come on, Articuno, do your thing. Oh, again, Articuno's movesets making plays. Okay, Aurora Beam, it's fine. To be honest, I really like Slowking. And one of my first evolution, well, one of my first instance of Johto was actually with a Slowking, if you're wondering. I actually never really saw a Slowking until I met, I never saw it was my first generation 2 Pokemon, that's what I'm trying to say. And it was one of my friends from home, we actually had Pokemon Gold and Silver, and actually had I can't remember what it's called, it's like a stone crown or something, which you need to evolve it. And he had one of those and he showed me how it worked, and he actually evolved a Slowking into a thing, which is fantastic. I love Slowking, by the way. He was one of the more stable Pokemon from the movie 2000. He actually could talk in it, you know, and the only other Pokemon which could talk at that time was obviously Meowth, so very insightful. By the way, good old, it's actually out of Powdered Snow now, which is not good. Okay, let's go to moveset on good old Articuno here. He's actually starting to run out of PP, which means he will have to use a thing soon enough. A Max Elixir, which again, I'm fine with. Articuno knows how it's done, you know. He would own it, whatever he has. Like, we've got 57 floors in, and he still hasn't used a max elixir. That's pretty cool. By the way, this is not good. A Dratini right there. I'm going to try to take out the Dratini straight away. I don't know what to expect from a Dratini. It might have Dragon Rage. Dragon Rage is 40% damage in the normal game. This is a dungeon crawl, so it might be a bit different. But either way, I'm not risking it. As you can see, there's a lot more dungeons in this game in comparison to the other Pokemon games. I never really realized it, but there is a lot more... not dungeons. A lot more monster houses in this game. Oh my god, Articuno just died. Okay. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to swap places here. And you're thinking, why? I can tank these moves a lot better than Articuno can. And we need Articuno in the latter part of the dungeon. Okay, Sheer Cold actually has a chance to... I'm pretty sure that's 100% death ratio. I don't want my Pokemon to die here. Okay, you know, we did just use our good old Revival Seed there. But like I said, if we had Tapers, that could have been totally used earlier on. And I did not want that to happen, you know. I want Tapers to stay alive as long as possible. I'm just going to keep focusing on Dugong. I didn't realize it had a instant kill move. And that's my biggest turn off here. I can't believe he managed to instant kill an Articuno, you know. Like, Sheer Cold, by the way, it's only got 25% accuracy in the normal game. I don't know if that's the same here. I presume it is. That is crazy. That is literally crazy stats. Like, I can't believe I just got one shot. Oh, by the way, there's a trap right there. Who knew? Not me. I pressed the wrong button. But my god, some of that Pokemon in this dungeon is just so powerful. I don't really want to mess with them unless I really have to. But either way, die, Remoraid. Just die, for God's sake. Okay. I'm not going to lie. Oh, okay. That's fine. That's fine. One of my food items went bad. I'm hoping it's not my huge apple. How much better it's going to be my huge apple, though? It's one of those things in this game. It's always the item you don't want it to be. And it's not my huge apple, which is good. Okay, I'm happy then. I'm happy. We've still got 2 apples, a lot of orange berries, and a few things here and there, which is fantastic. Oh, by the way, Magic Snipe. I don't think Slowking has actually got an insta-kill move, by the way. That's why I wasn't too fussed there. But I do think Articuno does, in fact, need a... some more PP. Oh, I'm already given him. Oh, he died, didn't he? Oh, yeah, so I forgot to tell you this. If you do die in this game, your PP just instantly comes back. So, no matter what happens, you'll always come back. By the way, I do want a Dratini in my team. So if we do befriend one, I will definitely keep it on us. Dratini is such a cool Pokemon, by the way. I actually want to edit good old Articuno's moves, so it's actually got all the Ice Beams on again, so it's not just using one. Like I said, I'm going to keep tanking these moves. I feel like I'm a lot more... I'm a lot more catered towards fighting Dugongs, you know. The whole Sheer Cold situation, I don't want to have to deal with that again. It's just Articuno, you know. I'd much rather him live than me, you know. And I know if that's the case, oh, for God's sake. I hate it when that happens. I hate the PP down switches, man. They're the worst. They really are. Okay, we're just going to head straight up here. This Grimer shouldn't do that many problems to us, to be honest. I should have actually gone and picked up the TM there. But like I said in the last episode, I want to make sure that we maximize our movements in this area. I don't want to mess it up. There's actually a lot of Mucks here. By the way, I hate Muck. I think Muck's just a disgusting Pokemon, you know. I always do the jokes in my Let's Plays like, oh, for God's sake, I stepped in a sticky trap. Oh, okay, it's fine, but nothing happened, okay. So I always do the joke about, Snake is Ekin spelled backwards, alright? Cobra is Arbok spelled backwards. What's Muck spelled backwards? And it's such a disgusting joke, isn't it? Like, but it's a joke I always seem to do. I always do it, and it's disgusting. I actually want to change my selection move here on Daco as well. So we're gonna set Dive. Why not? Dive's one of those moves which, oh, for God's sake, oh my God, it's one of those moves I did not mean to actually land on that there. Okay, it's fine. If we die now, because I was meant to save, actually this is my saving flaw. I kind of wish I saved now. Come on, just kill these Pokemon. Okay, there is a high-level Pokemon here. There is some high-level Pokemon which I'm not happy with. But either way, okay, come on. I feel like I'm going to quickly save, and I'll meet you guys back in a second. Okay, so we have now saved up. Let's continue on with the dungeon. To be honest, I don't like Waldrins. They're too powerful, you know. I want to kind of face that way and just dive here. I'm kind of playing this a bit smart, because he's gonna move one place close to me, and then I'm going to be able to get one hit straight on him. I feel like this dungeon is getting a bit more difficult, and I feel like I need to be a bit more smart here. I think I'm actually going to give Articuno an Oran Berry. And you're thinking, why? It's just because I don't want to risk him dying. We need him to in the boss fight coming up, and I'd much rather we have a Pokemon that can live. You know, I want to take the reins here in a lot of the parts of the dungeon now as well. I feel like I need to be the commander that I am. Articuno is not catered towards this dungeon, and I feel like I wanna be his master. Like I am his kind of friend here. Like as you can see, Aurora Beam doesn't do that much damage to me like it would him, you know. And of course, like when I do dive, it's gonna hit him massively. But other than that, it's not really gonna get hit that much, especially when the dive PP runs out. And I feel like I want to make sure that I can supply my team with the best skills possible. By the way, Waldred is not ideal here. Okay, do not kill my Wafu. Okay, thank God. Adkuna just got to level 58, by the way. The amount of experience he's gained in this dungeon is crazy, which is good, you know. This is a tough dungeon, more of just like an endurance dungeon, though. It's more of a dungeon which you start to struggle as the dungeon goes on, you know. And I feel like that's something I like about this game, you know. A lot of the dungeons in this game. By the way, balls to Sharkpedo and Carvana, like, their rough skin. That is so bad, so bad. Okay, we are getting a bit hungry again, which is not good. But, oh, for God's sake, PP down. That sucks, doesn't it? I really hate PP downs. But, we are getting a bit hungry, so we're going to probably feed up in a little bit. But, let's just keep attacking these guys. I feel like we've got enough food to last, as I really do. We have got orange berries if we need to use that to actually get around in the lower part of the dungeon. But, oh, artillery. Okay, that's not ideal. Let's dodge out of the way. I feel like good old Articuno knows how to kill an artillery pretty easily. Okay. There's not an exit around here yet. Okay, I'm keeping my eyes open for any exits possible. Okay, there's one right over here, looks like, I presume. It's going to be where it's going to be. Nope, up top a bit more. Okay, get me to that dungeon. Okay, there it is. Okay. Anyways, I think we've reached another third of the dungeon, so I'm going to end it here. But if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, I would appreciate it. Next time on Let's Play Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Blue Rescue Team, we're going to continue on through the Silver Trench, and we're going to reach the end of it. Hopefully. I'll see you guys later. Take care, and peace.